Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Witcher 3. We're here in the middle of a hanse, basically a bandit camp that has a boss at the end. So, we're going to be doing that. If you listen closely, you can hear the rattling sounds of some kind of creature, so I'm wondering if they got themselves a pet. It's possible. Very, very possible. I'm following the GPS here, but that's probably the wrong thing to do. I do need to keep going up. Oh, except of course for these bandits over here. Alright. Hello. I mean, they seem to be trying to mock me, but they're bad at it. I mean, it's funny he says that, like no one's going to be able to spot that for themselves and go, oh, is that what that was? Spells, you say? Oh, okay, you got me there. You got me there because I tried to attack instead of parry.
You'll never learn.
Yeah, no kidding. This guy just has no ability to learn. You're just gonna die now. Yep, there he goes. Okay, I mean, he's gotta be... Okay, it says there's a torch runner up that way, so actually maybe I haven't gotten to the point where we can expect reinforcements to come in. Reinforcements do come in, I should probably save because I do not want to have to do that part all over again. I mean, that could be the torch runner. No, that isn't the torch runner. There are torch runners. It says it's below us. So we must have already passed it? Let's save anyway. Let's go across the bridge, I guess, because I don't know what else to do. Unless, of course, I've already been here. Oh, yeah. Okay, for some reason I thought I had killed you before, but apparently not.
You stand no chance against us.
Actually, if you just keep using light attacks, you stand no chance against me. That was a heavy attack, just so you know. That's why my sword glowed. Come on, really? You're down to half already, man. Come on, you gonna try that again? Oh, now you're on fire. I guess you get in free hits that way. Maybe not as many.
Come here.
Oh, good try there with the sudden poster, but actually it's way too late to surrender because you just impaled him. Alright, clear white, black magic doll, lost diary, rust cover key. Basically a bunch of stuff. Some pages are smeared with grease and ink blots. That's what they call popularity. They've been coming in droves lately to join our Hans. In fact, I've started to start turning some away. Sadly, most of the newcomers are dung-booted jelly diddlers. The hell does that even mean? Dung-booted, okay, so they're farmers? Jelly diddlers, though, I don't even know what that means. Send that lot to demand coin from a caravan, even the horses would soil themselves laughing. So I put Carlo in charge of drilling new recruits. Right, that was just outside. Pitch camp to South Link's Krog, that's the rock where the witch lives. Despise such old witches like plaguery vapors and would gladly fix up a fire for her, but after what happened with the Cutterin estate, bet my own danglies that was her doing, so we'd best leave her be. Alright, so there's a witch nearby, you say. It's decided within 2 sundowns, everyone's going to be talking about man's ride through Fox Hollow. My lads deserve some fun, and there were plenty of men to gut and witches diddle there. Should win for quite a ball. Rumors going around the claims clay pots grow from the ground in those parts. If true, perhaps I'll gather up a gaggle of those peasants, put them to work digging up that pottery, and we'll open up shop. Every organization's got to stay nimble and agile these days, so we'll pivot. Instead of slaughtering merchant knights, we'll sell teapots. Alright, so not what they expected, though, because we've been there, and it turned out to be an archaeological dig. Felt like my spirit was trying to call out my bum. That's how badly our kitchen crew botched our last batch of victuals. When knights errant attacked us after that, not a man among us was strong enough to hold a sword. Gotta get our hands on a real cook. Only thing more dangerous than an imbecile with a sword is an imbecile in charge of a cooking pot. Perhaps a quick raid of the cockatrice? Fisherman's chatter would be a pleasant change after all the stew-dee-dog doo-doo. Alright, well, you don't have to worry about meals anymore, buddy, because you're dead. Alright, some new blinders. Linen, string, some est, a diagram. Veroldian blade. Sounds like it could be a new silver sword. That might just be wishful thinking on my part. We can look at it. So that would be... I forget the hotkey for crafting, but anyway. I'm going to guess it's a silver sword. So it's called... I'm going to call Deodolin, in which case it's not here. Yep, might be a silver steel sword, though. No, actually. Did I miss it? Guardian, Oferi, Skellige, Torch. Which actually I kind of want, but I mean I can't do anything with that now. Veroldian, there we go. So it is a steel sword. It is better than the Torch by far, but it's also a level higher. Okay. Well, I mean I can't do anything with it now, but level 47, huh? Still a ways away. We did level up. That's actually kind of surprising. Take all that. So usually by the time we walk away from the boss, that means that the Knights Errant will come in and basically lay claim to the place. So I guess it's just going to happen now. It's actually a deeper part of this cave. I wonder if there's a monster in here. Sure, loot that too. All the florins we can get. Extinguish that just because it was a hot spot. Witcher Sense says there's nothing there. And nothing there. Okay, there's got to be a monster further in the cave. Otherwise, where would this go? New marker entrance. Oh, it just goes outside. Okay. I mean, that works too. And yep, here come the knights. Okay. Nice to do your work for you guys. I'm going to get the money for this. I mean, it's kind of a weird place for the knights to want to set up shop, but... Okay. I like the shrug. The shrug's good. It's like, well, you know, we totally fucked up and didn't do anything about this, so thanks, I guess. Alright, so now we can turn that into the Duke. Deprive the strong leader, banish from nearby camps, will now disperse. Okay, and be replaced by monsters, I think is what that said. Alright, so... wasn't that this question mark? How do we still have a question mark there if we took care of everything dealing with it? Because wasn't that question mark the Hans here?
Around here,
I'm
it's
making that up.
wine, and more wine. But me, I prefer
Stop,
Alright.
send the whip, await those running riot. Our duchy values peace and
Alright, I thought for a minute there would be another armor, but I don't actually see an armor around here. So we're going to ignore that. I thought hidden treasure is actually around here, you say. And sure enough, there's a drowner here. Because they've replaced the bandits. Even though the knights just came this way. So, you know, way to go, knights, leaving drowners around to murder people. That's just rude. Alright, wet letter smelling of soap. You and your rat-diddled helpers deserve 100-yard flogs to your bare bones, which you got up to last night, or do you prepare edible fare for our band? After eating that stew you made, Evan Amora, who drinks pickle juice by the quart and washes it down with rancid goat milk, was spurting out both ends. What'd you put in there? Dog diarrhea? If any of you steps near the pots again, I'll chop your heads off myself. Tomorrow I want to see your whole sodding kitchen crew by the river. You're going to wash our Hans Dug stained knickers till your knuckles bleed. And that's what these are, I guess. There's a bunch of clothes. A little bit of silk. Yeah, basically, a bunch of clothes. And then some dead guys who died by drowners. Maybe the knights didn't come this way? I don't know. So hard to tell. Is the question mark still there? Apparently that was the loot. I am so very confused. Alright. We're headed off to the next. Nope. I just pulled out my steel weapon. That's not what I meant to do there. Save the game. And let's go. So yeah, maybe they came in through the other entrance, and that was just me exiting through the side door or something. Could have sworn that was the way I went in. Wasn't that the way I went in? I just didn't grab all the loot. Could have sworn, though. I mean, replacing the bandits with monsters is only a marginal improvement. I mean, either way, we get experience from it, I suppose, but... I don't know. What would you prefer? Would you prefer bandits to periodically come to your town and, you know, depending on their whim, attempt to rape the women and eat the children or whatever else? Or would you prefer, and how are these guys still bandits? These guys should be freaking replaced by monsters. Or would you prefer monsters who you have no idea what their motivations are or what they'd be appeased by? And so you have to call in special help to deal with them. I don't know. I mean, either way you have to call in special help, right? So I'm guessing those guys were just remnants. What they were not, though, is the source of the question mark. So I'm kind of puzzled what the hell they were doing just standing out in the middle of nowhere. But that does appear to be the case. So there's maybe another Hans over here. Knight errant in distress. Alright, well, we can deal with that. Where are you at, man?
I've had just about enough of this toil.
Oh, there we go. Hello. Have you heard of my friend Fire? Fire is very popular in these parts. Helps you cook.
Circle him! Circle him!
Helps you take care of bandits.
Blood! Blood!
Knight errant is not doing as well as he probably should be, but he's got him well distracted, so I think we're okay.
That was close. You came to my aid in the nick of time. I thank you, friend.
You're quite welcome, sir. Mind if I take all the
shall
loot?
say title it all and go hunt sheep.
You say diddle it all and go hunt? 'Cause hunting's so safe? I mean, especially with monsters about it. It just seems like a bad idea in a fantasy world where there's monsters. Just saying. We got a cucumber. Whoop-de-frickin-do. I think he's also looting, which is fine. He's more than welcome to do so. I can ignite that. Big deal. I can totally loot that. Thank you. They had a lot of stuff for just a band of bandits. Okay. So that was all those question marks. So if we look at the journal entry for this, the night for hire, we have done 11 of 15. So where are the other ones? All over the place. Okay. And they are just focused on question marks, right? Strangely enough, so that's got to be a Hans, right? Yeah, the question is how do we get there? I guess we go to like the Nilfgaardian embassy, take a boat, go across, and approach from that direction. It seems like the logical thing to do, yeah. The trouble is, okay, yeah, the nearest fast travel is going to be probably Fox Hollow. Alright, let's do it then. To Fox Hollow we go, and then we get more cash, and then I'll probably go visit the Rune Rite. The thing is, by the time we do all of these, we might be level 46, which means making a new sword. But the thing is, the new sword will then be replaced. Is it worth it putting out a sword that we know is not permanent? I would love a sword that scales with me. When is that going to happen? Never, probably. I mean, it was nice to think that the sword we picked up for Ciri was a sword that might scale with us. That would have been great. But sadly, not the case. Why is there a burning... Why is there a giant fire in the middle of nowhere? And there's a guy right there. Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me why you made a giant fire in the middle of nowhere? Do you mind if I loot all your stuff? Oh, he's burning bodies. He's a grave digger.
Crying crayfish. Is that ever a cloudy frown?
Okay, well then that explains the giant fire, because you have to burn bodies when there's necrophages about. If you can't bury them fast enough, you gotta burn them. Alright.
Life's like an infant.
He just sung a song where he gave me numbers? That was weird. That was very, very weird. Alright, so... what we can do is go to Labodia's gate here, and then circle around, and that would take care of all the question marks in this area. Chances are it's just probably a bunch of drowners, although if that is in fact a Hans, it's going to be bandits. You know it's going to be bandits. I was going to take the boat, but I figure, you know what? There's question marks there. You might as well take care of the question marks. So let's go south, I guess. That's the way to go here. And then eventually, you know, we'll collect the pay from the Duke. We got a good chunk of change for the 11 we did. We got 3,000. Was it 3,000? That sounds right. I think it was 3,000. So 3,000 divided by, let's say, 10. I know we did 11, but let's say 10. Oh, no. We did 9 at the time. That's right. At the time, it was 9. 3,000 divided by 10 would be 300 each. 9, so that'd be a little over 300. It's like 310 each, 320 each. We would have negotiated those rates anyway, right? That sounds about right. Hold on, let's make sure we're not missing any of these question marks. Yep, good timing. One's right there. Alright, head this direction then. I mean, I would expect just drowners guarding a treasure, but it could be something else. Guarded treasure, yep. But by what? Could be a water hag. Oh, no, it's bandits. It is totally bandits. Hey, dude. Oh, man, I'm kind of liking this perk.
Shut up and fight.
Basically stuns them down here. Oh, okay. That didn't quite work. Don't let these guys murder you. Okay, this guy's just going to die in a second. There we go. I think, yeah, the other guy burned to death. So now just the archer left. Sorry, man, but I'm warded. And you're out. Raspberries. He had raspberries on him. That can't be the treasure, though. I mean, it's unlikely to be the treasure. Arnold A. Blum's journal. Okay, so he's got some kind of secret thing here. Journal's covered in dried blood. Only some of the latest entries are legible. Don't believe in coincidences. Believing in coincidences is a privilege the officer commanding the Imperial Embassy's Defense Brigade cannot afford. Well, you know what they say. Once is coincidence. No, once is happenstance. Twice is coincidence. 3 times is enemy action. Caravan transporting wine purchased for the Imperial Court was attacked and robbed within the borders of the duchy. The barrels of wine themselves are extremely valuable, yet traveling with the caravan was the undersecretary responsible for returning the embassy's unused operation wherewithal. In other words, Florins allotted to spread goodwill will not return to the Empire's coffers, for they are now in the hands of bandits. How could I have allowed such an important transport to gone out with appropriate security measures? This will not go over well in the capital. Top it all, those impertinent provincials from the Ducal Guard had the audacity to impute one of the embassy's employees must have informed the bandits the caravan's itinerary and route. I sooner suspect it was someone from the guard, though perhaps not. Those idiots have trouble finding their own arses even with the help of a detailed map. Solution is clear. I shall personally see to escorting the next caravan safely beyond Toussaint's borders. Since we're currently in Toussaint, he failed horribly. So I'm going to guess that maybe they were right, and there is in fact a... Oh, now we're overburdened. Great. There was in fact a traitor in their midst. Okay, well now that we're overburdened, now what? It means that I have to go back to town and sell shit. 'Cause that's the only way I'm not going to be overburdened. And especially if I'm going to be dealing with the Hans in the next little bit. Alright, well, that's unfortunate, because I was hoping to just be able to do all the things, but I can do all the things. I just need to call in Roach first, I think. And then we can sell some stuff. Alright. Where are you, Roach? Alright, so yeah, 182. That is immense. I go down here, actually. That will be better. I probably should have done that to begin with, actually, come to think of it. But that will get me to... Shit, I'm trying to think of a good spot. I suppose I can just take the horse all the way over there, right? I can just gallop.
Run, Roach.
Go towards the north there. There you go. Just follow the road. I do like that Roach is not burdened when I'm burdened. That is very helpful. It's not always the case, but I do appreciate when it is. Of course, I'm not going to be able to do this full gallop inside the town, but we'll at least be able to canter, and that's something. Yep, there we go. Knew it was gonna happen. It's okay. At least on Roach, it's gonna be a little bit faster than running myself, and of course walking myself. Especially since I can't do any kind of light jog.
Oh, that's bad luck.
How to dog out of my way. That's important.
Come on, good folk. Come quickly. I haven't enough for everyone.
Enough what? What do you suppose he's selling? Could be anything.
A return to traditional
Do people just do this? Just walk in town and do nothing? I mean, I guess they could be going about their business, right? I wouldn't know. Oh, here it is. It's over here.
Get at the root of these murders. Every resident of our fair town is hereby required to
Okay, this guy's got to have enough.
in any way he
Greetings. I hope your search goes well.
Right, I keep forgetting I'm actually supposed to be doing stuff for him, so that's okay.
Would you craft something for me?
I want you to disassemble some things, but also sell all the things. So you should obviously repair everything I have on equipped on me. There we go. Also repair this because I want to use this. It's a little expensive, but all right. I also want you to dismantle. Oh, right, my current sword, which doesn't work. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Because I have it equipped, so it's not going to work right now. But that's all right. You can take all these things. So what weighed me down? I don't think it was weapons. Was it armor? If the armor was heavy enough. Oh, no, I do actually have enough weapons to weigh me down. Okay. Nope, that makes total sense. All right. Yeah, look at that. Tick down. I'm going to be less than 100 by the time I'm finished with all these weapons. There you go. That is junk. That is also junk. That is better, but it's heavy armor. Also heavy armor, so I'm going to toss it. I only want to wear light armor, please. That is also heavy. Okay. We all good? Down to 68 again. That's good. The heavy armor really freaking costs. Right. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. He's still got 26k on him. That is nuts. I mean, it's because I keep handing him cash as a thing. Right. So I could just sell him these things for a little bit of extra cash. I've got 25,000, so we're almost evenly matched there. Think here I can sell them, or that's all crafting stuff. Okay. I don't want you to craft anything for me yet. So I'm waiting for a 46 sword.
Farewell.
Good
I could have him
luck on the
disassemble
path.
things or replace my sword, but it's only a +2 bonus. It's not that good. So we'll just leave it be.
The beast of Beauclair has struck again. Citizens, beware of the beast.
Come on, Roach.
Oh, right. I can only go so fast. Okay.
What's new, Silverlocks? Looking for diversion?
So it didn't actually take us that long to get here, so even fast travel is not going to save us a whole lot of time. So let's just go. We'll follow the waypoint, more or less. I mean, I guess the GPS is pointing us towards this location, so that's good too. Okay, this should count as outside of town, right? Nope, does not count as outside of town. I guess the graveyard's right here. Know the difference between a graveyard and a cemetery? Turns out, cemetery is attached to a church. Graveyard is not. There we go. Now we can run. With that little tidbit, Roach decided he had enough of that. Are you shitting me right now? Roach, all I ask is that you be able to gallop to where I point you, alright? That's all I ask, really. To think that I wanted to immortalize you in a painting. Though I guess Evan Roach would have a tough time standing still for 6 hours without proper training. Alright, so gotta be about even, right? Okay, I don't know why it went that far. I guess it's trying to lead us around this side. I don't think that really matters. Alright, we should probably get off Roach pretty soon. Yeah, there's a panther right there. Roach is not going to go well with that. Hello, panther. Okay, do you want to do that? Fine. Except I'm going to knock you down. Yep, you can try that, but now you're just dead. Alright. This is not the Hans we're here for. Or even the question mark we're here for. That was just a random panther. Alright, save the game. Still the steel store equipped because I don't know what we can expect here. But it could be natural. Or it could be something horrible. Where are... It's one more over, isn't it? How far am I? It is one more over. Okay. Good to know. Hear a weird kind of whistling. Doesn't exactly sound like a bird, so it might be something magical. I'm going to switch over. Nope. Those are deer. They are not making the noise, though. I think it's like in the water. Oh, there's another portal? Is what it sounds like. Could be a portal. Let's go down over this way, then. If I can find a way to slip down without actually, like, dying, that'd be great. Okay, in the tree. Why not? Sure. Looks like maybe Elven Ruins. That looks like a fake wall, but maybe not. Oh, it's a place of power. Alright, free ability point. Just don't die, Geralt. That's all I ask.
Medallion's humming.
Cool.
Place of power. It's gotta be.
One free ability point just there for the taking. Nice. Okay, I'm definitely glad I got here. Alright, so the next one's definitely on the map as something we need to be wary of. Something the duchy is willing to put a price on. So how many ability points do we need now? We need still like 4 to upgrade our mutation. That is not what I want to do there. I wanted to go here and then press C. We need 4 more ability points. Might be able to get that by respecking. I think I have the respec potion in my stash. It's worth considering, I think. I really kind of want metamorphosis. That's alright. We'll get to it eventually. There's a lot of just erosion paths here. Former rivers long gone now. Easy to slide down, though. Interesting. I thought it was underground for a while there. Oh, there's actually like a beast here? I thought with the boat we'd be dealing with something else. I'd save the game. I thought for sure it'd be a League of Bandits or something. I don't know. But it definitely sounds like a hybrid of some sort. Can't quite make out what, though. Could be a griffin. Oh, it might be a knight in distress with a griffin. Oh no, it's just regular bandits. Dude, I just took damage for no reason. Alright, do you want to just... Oh, fuck. There we go. He's down. You guys, I don't really appreciate you doing this to me. There we go. There's a little bit of pressure off the knight.
I'll beat it out of you.
Is that it? Couldn't have been it, because, I mean, he put his sword away. So it might be it.
Render me blind. I would be gone, if not for your aid, comrade.
Okay, no, that was totally it. Alright, he took care of one half, I took care of the other. We work well together. Alright. Orders on dried parchment from Greybell Pelican, so that's gotta be the guy in the Hans that's like right next to us. Alright. I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing Hans correctly. I think I am. I mean, how else did you pronounce it? Okay, save the game. Knight Errant part done. That's got to be it, though, right? I mean, it's not on... The thing is, it's not... It doesn't have a bounty attached to it, so I might be wrong what this is. I mean, it just looks like a good fortified position that any smart person would want to set up. But Geralt doesn't like the way this looks for some reason. What isn't right? Oh, hello. Bog rest. Okay. I think I I think I ducked under him there for a minute. Okay, go back in our circle. He's slowed down. Roll away. He's bleeding somehow. I don't know how a ethereal beast can bleed, but that's exactly what it was happening. Okay, so what the hell caused the bog rest to happen? I guess if we look at the bestiary, it would tell us, right? So, wild boars, cursed ones, toad prince, draconids, elementa. Bogress is in here somewhere. Not an ogroid or maybe a relict? No, not a relict. Spectre, there we go. Okay, folk of simpler or superstitious mind claim committing particular rotten acts will bring down the wrath of the gods in the form of Barghest, a phantom dogs which stalk the roads at night. And if this were their origin, Barghest saints and sinners alike would need to fear Barghest. I think that's a typo, for they attack both with equal ferocity. Witchers rarely believe in the gods, but they do accept that Barghest exists and are always connected to some sequence of tragic events happened in the past. Their explanation, however, holds that Barghest result from a curse or concentration of ill will. Alright, something definitely not right, but we don't know why yet. It's okay. Nice ruins here. But if a Barghest was here, that means that we should keep the silver sword out, because chances are there's specters or something else here. Hidden treasure. Not guarded, though, just hidden, huh? Alright. I mean, I guess the bandits wouldn't come here because it's haunted or something. I just heard something really weird, but I don't know what. Okay. There's a stone here. Or no, person. Hello, person. Perfume-laced journal and some wine and a bottle. Finally, I found a solution. For the Imperial Dramatic Academy examinations, I shall reenact Elsa de Lampere's famous role. Her final performance, the one where she died on stage, the most perfect act has ever been acted. They'll be forced to advance me. This role is too difficult. My teacher is still not pleased. Perhaps I simply lack the talent. It's hard to measure up to Elsa's legend. Yes, now I know what was missing. I must feel the role, recreate the entire evening at the amphitheater. With candles, wine, the work. Just like Elsa once did. The aura of that place might provide the help I need. They say Elsa spent nearly her entire life there. Folk claim the amphitheater is haunted, and that's why no more plays are performed there. Apparently everyone who has tried to act out Elsa's scene on that amphitheater stage has died in mysterious circumstances. Old wives' tales. If it is haunted, I believe Elsa's spirit will give me its blessing. Tonight I sent out. I prepared candles and acquired 2 bottles of the very same wine Elsa drank right before her death. I will rehearse and rehearse and rehearse until at last I believe, indeed I am Elsa. The day now dies. It collapses into itself, as does my soul, and then a bunch of literally purple text. I behold the wine, I drink it, and with it sanctify your misery. So, I wonder if she just...
Girl reenacted the marked scene, looks like, and expired. Or did something kill her? Wonder what'll happen if I reenact the scene.
Probably call in the specter of Elsa? That would be my guess. Let's try it out. Find a way to reenact the scene using your Witcher senses. So...
Need to backtrack along her prints, then light the candles in the same order she did.
Okay. She kind of walked all over the place. But it looks like she may have accidentally created a summoning circle. And there's an entrance somewhere around here. Hard to tell which way would be first, though. She definitely crisscrossed around, though. And then she went over there. So that's the last one. It's okay. Second, so this is the last one. This one over here is second to last. Third to last. Second, maybe? And then first? Yeah, because it starts over here. Okay. Let's light that up. Come over here in this order. Thought I heard a voice too, but I'm not sure. It's like a guy talking or something. Okay, this one. And then last one. There's totally a
Ready.
thing in there.
Now to drink.
Alright, drinking wine, but it has to be like the wine we found. I don't remember which one that was. Hopefully it still has a star on it. It does not. I don't see wine with a star on it. I think it was Est, was it? I don't remember. I mean, it could be any one of these. Everloose sounds unlikely. Fiorno. I'm gonna say it's Est. Maybe not though, because yeah, because it didn't indicate that was the right one. All right, wait for it to go away. Eventually this little fuzzy effect will go away, right? I mean, that must be some strong wine if it's still affecting Geralt. I really don't want to rest, because if I rest, then all my other bonuses will go away. There we go. So it wasn't Est. I mean, could it have been Beauclair? Could it have been down here? Oh, there's the White Wolf, so probably not. I have no idea. I mean, sure, try the Beauclair White. I mean, really, we just do one of each of these, but that'll get us super drunk, but maybe that's okay. Have quite the binge going on here. I think that was, all those were the wrong wine? Or maybe because I drank all of them, they were the wrong thing to do. Unfortunately, I have more than one of all of these. She just says the wine, right? She doesn't say what it was. Let me go to here. And yeah, this was it. So let's see. Minboys, I'll leave it to last. I'm just gonna see if it gives any indication of the type of wine. All candors no now flicker. Okay. And it just says the very same wine, but it doesn't say what. Then I wasn't paying attention to what I grabbed. Well, that's my fault. But other than that, how did you enjoy the play? Said the reporter to Mrs. Lincoln. Okay, come on, let's let that go. I mean, I'm gonna have to fight drunk anyway, right? So I should just get used to it. Alright, I can deal with it. I mean, sure, it's unique enough, maybe. That was not it. Could be I'm too wasted on other stuff to be able to... Sure, the Centrosaur Pinot Noir was not it. Alright, I mean, I'm not going to be able to sell any of this stuff now because I've drank it all, but... Duke Nicholas Chardonnay, sure, why not? Not it. Well, drunk everything. You think it would be a quest item and marked as such. It was. It totally was. Oh, that's hilarious. I just went through all my other wines, but not the actual quest item wine. There we go. Quest item wine. Alright, so now we have to fight while drunk. That's unfortunate.
Come on.
Yep. Totally a wraith. Okay, well, we're not drunk anymore. Okay, you get like 3 hits. Maybe 3 hits. Okay. Oh, wow. That was a big blast. I'm glad I wasn't center stage of that. And she called in skeletal friends. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice when you can depend on friends? We can't. It's okay. Down. Not out.
How you like that silver?
Oh, okay. Just go ahead and complain a lot, why don't you? Try to get back in here. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the skeletons. I mean, you think you'd have to worry about the skeletons, but you can't really worry about the skeletons. You're down. I mean, don't let them hit you, but... Oh, she's practically siren levels of yelling now. Okay, I almost died there, but I didn't die. That's the important thing to note, that I didn't die.
Not good.
So much death. Okay, skeleton down. She's almost dead. She's almost dead. Gotta take her out. Take her out. There you go. Banshee. She was a banshee. I like that there was applause. That was a nice touch. Kind of a ghostly applause. Okay. Search the race remains. Yeah, because that's not going to take her out permanently, is it? Ornate necklace with a key-shaped pendant, which probably leads us further in.
Pendant's a key. Could be a locked cubby around here somewhere.
Yeah, I saw an entrance. Is it over here? Totally was. There we go. Dust-covered journal. And basic junk. Okay. So what does the dust-covered journal say? 16th day of the month of Lamas, year 1178. So back in the age of elves, I guess. We've only a few days left before the premiere. They say even Duke Roger and his favorite Countess de Cher will be in attendance. This should be my magnum opus. I feel no stage fright or nervousness about my upcoming performance. But I'm terrified by her, Annika. She turns Chardonnay red with jealousy as soon as we step on the stage together. Is it my fault the provincial actress, an elf to boot, is not as talented as I? She truly expects yada yada yada. Her hatred is near palpable. I am terrified. I spoke to the director about this, but I think he did not take me seriously. He's too absorbed in the premiere, which is approaching rapidly. Annika has been rooting around in my things. She read this journal. Caught her red-handed sitting in my room. I'm horrified by how I reacted. I exploded naturally, screamed at her at first, but a single look at her froze that scream in my throat with fear. Must take all my most valuable possessions and hide them in the amphitheater. Should know where the key to my chest and my person at all times. Hanging from this necklace the jewel were made for me. Gets worse and worse. I fear she wishes to kill me. I feel an itch in my back, presaging her dagger, or perhaps this itch in my throat. Is that her as well? Shall I be poisoned then? Very theatrical of her, either way. Gods, I swear, if that despicable creature does anything to hurt me, should turn this amphitheater into an earthly hellscape. Okay, so she was already paranoid, and then she died probably from the stress, not anything that Annika did. And then, of course, the Banshee regards that as a... or the Spectre regards that as a unfair death. And that was enough. That totally took her out. Alright, Knight for Hire. We have 3 more contracts. No more in this area, right? So, yeah, they're all up and up and away. Okay. So I guess what we do is we take the boat and take it to the Nilfgaardian embassy and then fast travel to where we want to go from there. Alright, we can do that. I'm sure someone will be thrilled with the idea they can use the amphitheater again, assuming anyone ever comes over here. Wouldn't that be funny if that was the way it was in real world, where like there was something really was haunted and then someone came by and took care of it, and then after that, you know, it never was haunted again, and people will go revisit it and go, oh yeah, well, all the stories are totally bogus. It's locked. All right, it's worth a shot. Oh, hello, water hag. You should be in the water. Oh, you just poisoned me. That is not cool. You're up, I guess. I don't know. Right. Don't let him kill you. 3 hits. That's all you get. 3 hits is all you get. Of course, you're in the Yurden now, so now you're just dead. All right. I suppose you had the... No, you did not have the key. All right. Worth a shot. I'm being a little sloppy in my fights, I notice. And it is not doing me any good favors here. Okay, so the Guardian Embassy should be over here, right? So am I have it aimed correctly? Yes, I do. So, of course, the markers go away as soon as you do anything like that, but... Oh, right, can we... That's right, I totally forgot that was a feature of boats. You can actually click on harbor, it'll just teleport you to the harbor whenever you're on a boat. Totally forget about that. Because it doesn't come up very often. It came up in Skellige, and we did it accidentally in the wrong place, actually. Which was actually kind of funny, and then we never did it again. That's alright. I mean, it doesn't really matter right now. I don't think I can get up there, though. Sure, just go ahead and clip right through that. We don't need to actually, you know, obey the laws of physics here. This is Witcher territory. We don't obey laws of physics here. I don't want to interrupt his fishing either, though. So I think we can just come in like right here and be good. I probably should have backed into position, but whatever. The boat took a little bit of damage, but again, whatever. That was a great jump, though. Wish I could jump like that. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
Our knight's challenge.
Fast travel is upstairs.
Summon a witcher from the north.
Excuse me.
I was to get a new coif from Jean
There we go.
Louis Lettre.
Okay, so where else are these things? One right in the middle of nowhere, but isn't there? I don't have fast travel there. Well, shit. I mean, I guess. Where's the other one? All the frickin' way up there, huh? Okay. And another one in the middle of nowhere. So 2 of them in the middle of nowhere. I guess, how are we gonna do this? Because what do you want to bet that's like on the edge of the actual available map? Not to mention there's still a guarded treasure there. Somehow I didn't pick up. I don't even know how that happens. Alright, so the closest one, I guess, is Toussaint Prison. I suppose. I mean, Glenzer Farm is kinda, but now let's go Toussaint, I guess. Then just head south across that bridge and be good. Oh, right, it's nighttime. It is 8:50. Oh, right, okay, so the portrait's done. Whoop-de-frickin-do. We can go back there later. Just meditate. Okay, there we go. And then we head southish. Suppose on our horse would be good, because that'll be a little faster. I mean, theoretically, that's always how we fast travel, right? It's just Roach is always with us.
Giddy up.
Can I actually gallop, though? Yes, I can. Okay. Excuse me, Knight Errant. You aren't in my way. And then I suppose I should be marking the actual... Or did I mark it? I did not mark it. Okay. See, I want to go that way. So, yeah. Just take the next series of lefts. And we're good. We'll stay on the road. On the road, I think, is the easiest way to do this. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting bandits, really. It always seems to be bandits. Okay, fine. You don't want to gallop across the bridge. I don't understand it, but I accept that you have a fear of water for some reason. It might just be an abandoned place, though. Abandoned because of arch spores, maybe. I don't know. Could be anything. Just in case, though, I'm going to leave you here, Roach. Catch you later. We're going to save, just in case something murderous happens to us. Frente Docks, Champs de Soleil. Abandoned site, yep. Okay, so what abandoned it? Bandits! Bandits totally abandoned it. Alright, well, they want to make this difficult for me. Sure, why not? Hard on you, and then I just go over here and finish you off. That's nice and easy. Oh, and because I meditated, all my bonuses went away. Alright, we can wait for it. There we go, he's out. How about crossbow bolt to the face? And then finish you off? Nope, not finish you off. Okay, that was worth a shot, though. Can't quite finish him off. There we go, we did it. We did it. Alright. Pucker up! Pucker up? Is that what he just said? Over there, just finish you off. I do like using hard. And he's just laying there, hoping I would ignore him, but that did not work real well for him. And you're just gonna have a bad day, sir. I'm sorry to say. Gonna fall in the river? He did fall. He left my loot with him. Or left with me, anyway. Alright, another meditation, so we're gonna lose yet another day. On the upside, the bank thing should almost be done by now, right? Hasn't it been like, I don't know, 8 days now? So it's been at least a day. The bank thing's got to be done, right? So we had to went back into town to claim the Duke's bounties. We have 2 more of these left.
Nap.
Alright. I don't know where all the loot went. Loot's kind of like my bread and butter here, so kind of important. It's only 2 of them. One of them died near the dock. Which I think was over here. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. And one more over... Or no, lots of them over here, apparently, according to the minimap. Don't bother cleaning up the bodies. I'm sure the necrophages will do that eventually. Job's a simple one. You comb the warehouses, the frontier docks, take any food supplies you find, scurry back here. Okay, so Filbert's one of the last remaining guys with a price on his head, I think. The question is, where is he? So he's probably one of the last 2 markers we have, right? So either he's all the way up there, which maybe, it looks like it could be defensible, or he's over here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, maybe if there's a cave there, it's very possible. We'll do these 3, I guess. 4, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, you can make an argument either way, right? Would he be up that far north? With the bandits in this area, I would kind of expect him to try to maintain a hold on one area before spreading out. So maybe it would be this one over here, but I don't know. And what can I expect from this area I currently have marked that doesn't actually have a bounty attached? I have no idea. Could just be a hidden treasure. Probably should have taken Roach, but it's a little late now. We're going about as fast as Roach right now whenever we're able to break into a run. Maybe as fast as Roach canters, but okay, another abandoned estate. Abandoned for what reason? Probably magical, right? Hidden treasure. But just abandoned, huh? Oh. Ghostly Knight. Alright, sure. I didn't think for a minute there he was actually... Okay, yeah, strong attack is not going to be parryable. Okay, that's messed up. I probably should Quen instead of Ard. Oh, hey Maximus. How you doing, man? I knew I was going to take a hit there. That's why I did it. Oh, okay, sure. Backhanded me. Backhanded me like I was a little bitch. He did that. He did that. That is just rude, sir. I mean, you're doing a bunch of... Wow, even the kick went all the way through my Ard. I expected it to do like half to the Ard, but... I mean, I will freaking dodge your blows all freaking day. Okay, except for that one, apparently. Excuse me. Ard up. Ard up. Or, sorry, Quen up, that's what I meant to say. And he's out. Sorry, Maximus, but you know, it was either you or me. That's a great sword, though. Do I get to keep... I don't get to keep your sword? It's just sitting there. I mean, it might be too big for Geralt. It's not usually his style to go for that big of a sword, so okay, I guess I kind of understand. But you could at least sell it, man. Tourney armor, which is all of us heavy armor. Notes by a Vandegilder from Filbert's Hans. Alright, so Filbert's Hans has got to be around here somewhere, right? Always enjoyed practicing my craft. Killing came as naturally to me as blowing my nose. They raised me to be a knight, and being a brigand's not much different. First blood and swords, then wine and harlots wash worries away. But ever since that horrid night, everything has changed. My dreams are filled with nightmares in which I relive those events step by step. We took the estate by storm and pulled Maximus Macrinus out of his bedding, still in his nighties. Yet we had to put off dealing with him and first see to his family. Those were our orders, like it or not, but it's one thing to impale some corpulent cow-diddler with wine-stand mustache, and quite another to string up a snot-nosed runt. He squealed like a little girl and lads threw his noose around his neck. Macrinus tried to buy us off, even showed me the candlestick lever that opens the hidden vault where he hides his family treasures, but Filbert's orders were clear. Next up was Maximus's wife. Lad spent a long time having the way with her and making Maximus watch. Too long. Didn't know the Harlech blood and haven't a clue what he did to Filbert to make him wish such a fate on him and his family, but that was too much for me. Only once his whole clan was swinging did we turn our attention to Macrinus. We stuck him with hot pokers, cut off his ears, then slit his gut. And he, throughout all his horror, he didn't scream once, only groaned under his breath. When it came time for him to die, in a puddle of his own excrement, under the tree where we hanged his wife and son, he looked me in the eyes and whispered, "Vengeance shall be mine, in this life or the next." Those were his last words. Dark clouds filled the sky in that instant, and a harsh gale sprung up. Then I gave the order to move out. I remember perfectly how, when I reported this back to Filbert, he was all smiles, happy as a clam. Didn't even harangue me for not looting the manor. It was clear he only cared about one thing and one thing only, Macrinus' death. Yet news of the treasure we left at Castle Dadia quickly spread around Mount Crane, and a few lads from my Hans are fixing to head over there to see what they can find. I'll join them. I'll bury the remains still lying there in the yard. Maybe then their spirits will know peace. Maybe I'll wipe away at least some of my sins. Maybe at last I'll be able to sleep soundly. That's messed up. So didn't we already take care of Montcron? I could have sworn we did. Find it in the house using your Witcher senses. Well, it's got to be, like, actually in the house, right? Yeah, okay. So there's something about a candlestick. That's just regular old loot. I mean, it's kind of a cramped quarters here, but, you know, everyone has their own distinct style. Something about a candlestick. I mean, this all looks fairly normal thus far. Bag of grain, whoop-de-doo. Be able to sell that, I think. Flowers, casket, be able to disassemble those. But nothing there. I mean, that's also a house, but... I mean, it's possible the guy actually got to it and then reburied it, but... doesn't seem likely. It's got to be in the house. I mean, I don't know where else it would be. I'm going to look at everything, though. Anything that glows... because obviously glowing means interactable. But that's not the candlestick. No, that's not a candlestick. Alright, what am I missing here? Oh, there's a freaking ladder right in front of my face. How about that? Anything here? Yep, there we go. Candlestick. Hello. Okay, just opened it right up, and I could actually loot it through the wall there for a second. Officer's trousers and his journal. And some crowns and some brown armor die. Balg is reminded that Dreg's drinking Filbert von Witten has returned to the duchy, and it seems he's not alone. He's gathered a group of fellow Snoggers, and they've attacked traveling merchants. The son of a knight has become a brigand. What an outrage. My brother knights warned me Filbert's Hans is harassing men for information about my family. Do I have cause for fear? I've heard Filbert has reached rock bottom, but he could really sink so low as to raise a hand against someone who once spared his life. That sounds like there's a story there. So, didn't we kill Filbert at Mont... I could have sworn he's already dead. Maybe not. Maybe I'm totally confusing it with something else. Alright, so that was the one that was lit up. I mean, that might be a defensible position. We'll go look. I mean, it's on my list of things to do anyway. Let's call in Roach. Where are you, Roach? You're over at the other gate. And, okay, you had trouble coming in for some reason. Alright, maybe... I could have sworn we already dealt with Montcrons, but maybe not. And I'm pronouncing it weird, I know, but... I mean, this is the one that has the bounty on it. If we're lucky... I don't know. If we're lucky, what? It's actually the place, or it's not the place? Which one do you prefer? Hold on. I'm following the GPS, and that is wrong.
That's it, Roach.
I need to follow the marker. Sorry, Roach. Took you in the wrong direction there. Following the GPS, trying to lead me back to the cemetery, which is not what I want right now. Roach is actually doing really well. It's a lot of stamina. Gotta thank those new, that new saddle, I think. A lot of crows, but that's from the dead. Or there's actually a beast here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's actually a beast here. What the hell? I have no idea. Oh, centipedes. Just randomly on the road? Just randomly on the road? I guess this, this used to be an orchard of some kind? Yeah, okay, so they're very confused about where I am right now. Okay, it's giant centipede. You wanna do this? I can do this. I would have to coin up, though, first. Right. No worries, I can wait. Oh, okay, I'm glad I took Quinn, but I probably shouldn't have. One down, one to go. Oh, he almost got me there, but I... Oh, fricka-frack. Okay. Come on, come and get me. Come and get me. No, you're just gonna spit at me, huh? Alright, I mean, that works too. Yeah, they're just gonna keep popping up. Alright, pop up one more time. There you go. Oh, frickin'. Okay. One up again. Okay, there we go. Good critical hits. Worked out nicely. Still 100% Quinn. I'm going to need to refresh it anyway just because it's going to run out of time. Or not. Okay. Works just as well that way too. What the hell are random... Just totally random centipedes in the middle of the frickin' road? It's crazy. Oh, and there's another one? Excuse me? They come in threes now? Is that what's happening here? Okay. Ready to Quinn up. Roll away first, though. Okay, so he just popped up. Didn't try to do the... There we go. Are there 4 of them now, or is that it? I think that's it. Okay. I mean, I kind of expected this to be like an abandoned something that they would then do something about, but... Or give me a reward for or something, but apparently not. That is not loot that I can actually grab. Just seems like an abandoned farm. Alright, well, we'll head on our way next episode, but for now, thank you guys for watching. This has been Witcher 3. I'm PC Universe, you're PC Universe 2, and I'll see you guys next time.